People online are once again talking about beauty, aging, and confidence after a viral wave of videos celebrated the phrase, "Black don't crack."
I am universally and conventionally beautiful. They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but fact about me is that it don't matter who is beholden, I am still beautiful to those eyes. I grew up in peak skin bleaching days, like all my aunties and stuff growing up. Well, not mine personally, but the aunties I knew growing up were all bleaching their skin. It's crazy now. I just went for a walk. I'm still going for a walk. I got to the park. I was getting complimented by all these people. "Oh my God, girl, you're so beautiful. Wow, your skin. I'm just like, wow. It just hit me. Like, I just never thought we would get to this point. Growing up, all I saw was people trying to be lighter and light skin, yellow bone, beautiful. It was in the music, it was everything. And I know this conversation has been beat down to the dead, but it's crazy when you are living it. And what's even crazier is when you've always known you're beautiful, but then there was an era that tried to tell you that your skin type or your features are not attractive.
Across social media, users have been posting side-by-side photos, sharing their real ages, and surprising viewers who often guess they are far younger.
Let's try this again. This is what 50 looks like. I did one before.
Well, this is 50, you guys. I am 56 years old.
And this is what 50 looks like. Well, I'll be 52 in August.
This is what 50 looks like. Tran.
So there's a challenge going around of what 50 looks like. I just turned 50 in November.
No filter whatsoever. I'll be 59.
Not 58 either. But 59.
Let me clear my throat.
What is it supposed to look like? What's the challenge?
51 and plus.
Because black don't crack. I'm sorry. You can't. You have to look at a nigga's ankles. Let me see your ankles. Because black don't. Look at Lena Horne. 80 what? 87, 88. She looks 48. Black does not crack. White folks are cute up till about 30. And then it's a nightmare on Elm Street.
What started as a lighthearted trend quickly turned into a much bigger conversation about skincare, genetics, self-image, and the unrealistic beauty standards that many people have faced for years.
Downgrading black women to elevate another race of women is insane to me because for me, for example, when I hear guys say stuff like that, I'm black, right? So I love how I look, and I think how I look is beautiful. So the same thing is when I'm looking at a black woman, I'm attracted. I like how I look, so I'm gonna like what I am. So I find it, so I find it insane how somebody can say, I just don't like black girls. I don't find them attractive because then I feel like these similar features, you share these similar features. You got it from your mom, or your sister share some of these features. Like this is your image. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's almost sometimes I take it deeper. Maybe it might be a bit too deep. I say to myself like, how can you not like or find your own race of women attractive, or even if it's not your preference, how can you go publicly and say like, I don't like this is way better, like my white gal, my Asian gal, my thing is way better than that. Because then I just feel like almost like you got sisters, you got mothers, you know what I mean? Like, don't you see like beauty in that?
At the center of the discussion is something deeper than appearance. Many creators say the real message is confidence, pride, and embracing features that were once mocked or overlooked.
I'm so glad you asked this question because it's the fact that y'all don't age. That's black privilege right there. Y'all don't age. Y'all could be 102 and be looking 25. Be 73 looking 18. Be 45 looking 15. I don't like that. I'm white. So when I'm 72, I'm going to look 93. What's the secret? Is it cocoa butter? Do I need to go get me some cocoa butter? Is that what it is? Is that the secret? I don't like that. How y'all just don't age. I mean, y'all do age, but it's like reverse dog years.
Darker skin tones, fuller lips, textured hair, broad noses, and natural beauty were often dismissed by mainstream standards in the past.
In the black community, we don't fear age in a way. I remember when Allure said, we're not going to do anti-aging, we're not using that word anymore. And the executive editor at the time called me, and I was at Essence, and they were like, you guys should like jump on the bandwagon, we're doing this. And I'm like, I don't know when the last time I like typed that. Like, that's not a concern for us. Yeah. One, like black don't crack. We know it cracks. It cracks later, and it gets saggy and all of those things, but we don't fear it. it. If you ask a Black woman who her beauty muses are, they're usually older than them.
Yes.
It's like Tracee Ellis Ross, her mama, Grace Jones. You don't hear our white counterparts being like Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep, all of those things. Like, they're so focused on youth. I want to look younger. I want to look younger. And I'm like, I just keep getting better. I see the aging in me, but I also see the beauty.
For a long time, certain industries promoted the idea that beauty only came in one form. But now, many people are rejecting that narrow mindset and proudly celebrating who they are.
Everybody's got a preference. But much like in my book, I explain there is a difference between a preference and a prejudice. And oftentimes I think we get the lines blurred there. So when we're saying, especially Black men, that every single woman I'm with, I want that woman to have straight, long hair. But the hair that you have as a Black man and the hair that I have as a Black woman is the same. We have the same Afro-textured hair.
Another major topic connected to the trend is aging itself. In modern culture, especially online, growing older is often treated like a problem that needs to be fixed. Wrinkles, gray hair, and signs of maturity are sometimes framed as flaws rather than natural parts of life.
I love the features on a Black person. The big lips, the big nose, the big forehead, the brown, beautiful skin. Baby, I love being Black. I would never, ever, ever change it for nothing or nobody. The energy that a Black person carries is so strong. Baby, you walk in a room and you ain't gotta say a word.
But many creators are pushing back hard against that idea. They say aging should be seen as a privilege, not a punishment. Getting older means gaining wisdom, confidence, experience, and surviving challenges that life throws your way.
Millennial 40 is different. I'll be 40 in a couple weeks, and I'm like, we really look the fuck good. The men look phenomenal. Us ladies look phenomenal. I can say, for the record, that I look better now than I did in my 20s. If you take care of yourself, don't let people discourage you about, oh my gosh, I'm before I'm be old. I'm the fucking coldest. Old and cold, bitch. Old and cold, like my girl Sheree said.
Many people in their 40s, 50s, and beyond joined the trend to show that life does not end at a certain age. Instead, they say they feel stronger, smarter, and more comfortable in their own skin than they ever did in their younger years.
So I'm just gonna accept this, because I won't be 80 no more. Will you be 80 plus?
For some, the best version of themselves came later in life. Of course, skincare became a huge part of the conversation too.
Crazy thing about Botox is if a Black person get Botox, you would never know how old they are. It could be 23, it could be 39, they could be 72, or they could be 243. You never know.
Some joke that lotion, cocoa butter, sunscreen, hydration, and staying away from excessive sun exposure are the true secrets. Others pointed out that stress management, sleep, nutrition, and consistent routines matter just as much.
And I also want to say, being in your 40s is not as old as people think. Most of the time, you will show signs of aging. They say it around like 43 or 45. And that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a little bit of wrinkles in your face.
While genetics can absolutely play a role in how people age, daily habits often make a major difference over time. The trend also highlighted how beauty standards constantly change.
So Ice Spice's mom is trending because everyone is saying that she looks the fuck good for being 43 years old. And what can I say? All I can say is that, baby, she's a millennial. And contrary to what people believe, we are not aging. And I saw someone on here on TikTok that made up a really good point when they talked about if you look at women in their 40s from like even like let's say like 20 years ago, they did not look how we looked. I think a lot of that has to do with us being really depressed and never escaping all of these craziness that's been happening in life. So we were not out in the sun as much. And I think a lot of that has to do with like having a very minimal routine in terms of skincare growing up, because in the 90s, 80s, 90s, you know, everything was like very minimal. A lot of us did not do Botox or fillers or anything like that. And of course, if you want to do that, that's up to you. But I'm telling young girls, do not touch your face. Millennials didn't. You just need a simple skincare routine and stay away from the sun. Don't stay under the sun as much.
One decade celebrates one body type. The next decade promotes something completely different. Certain skin tones, hairstyles, or facial features may be ignored in one era and praised in another.
I'm a lot older than I look. You know, I'm black, so you'll never know. That's my black girl magic, huh? Ageless. Yeah.
Because of that, many creators warn people not to tie their self-worth to trends that can change overnight. Perhaps the most powerful lesson from this viral moment is that beauty is not limited by age, race, or outdated standards. Confidence, kindness, joy, health, and self-respect often stand out more than any cosmetic trend ever could.